Hey everyone! Hey, hello. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hanifah Kurniadianti, but you guys can call me Hani in a short way. And I am currently studying at Payap University, and I'm majoring in English communication. The purpose of me making this video is to compare two wedding cultures between Korea and Indonesia. Yeah, because me myself Indonesian, I was born in Indonesia, and that is why I want to compare the wedding culture. And yeah, this video is basically gonna be about the wedding comparison. So I'm gonna be starting off with talking about the dating culture in Korea. Yes, the courtship period, the dating period in Korea. And I can say there's no such big difference between the dating culture between Korea and Indonesia, because Indonesians also do date a lot, I guess, and likewise Koreans actually tend to date a lot according to the research. And shockingly, they can officially announce their dating, even after a few meetings, like after they met 2 times or 3 times, they can officially announce their dating to their families, friends, relatives, anyone. And I'm gonna break down like the 3 types of Korean dating. Again, according to the research, I did research a lot about this, and I came up with 3 types with the dating culture in Korea. The first one is called sogeting. So sogeting is a one-on-one blind date, and that is set up by a third party. And a blind date, if you guys have never heard about that, a blind date is actually a date where you have never seen or met a person that you're having a date with, and in fact the date is set up by third party, but it can be your parents and friends or relatives, anyone. So yeah, a sogeting is a one-on-one blind date that is set up by third party. And the second one is called meeting. Yeah, it's basically meeting in English. And meeting is a bit different from the first one I mentioned, which is sogeting, because meeting is a group blind date. It is still a blind date, but it's a group, not a one-on-one blind date. According to my research, again, it can be 3 to 3 up to 10 to 10 people in during the date. So that is why it is called meeting. And it is actually a fun alternative way of dating. If you want to search for girlfriend or boyfriend, if you want to search for a partner, meeting is a fun way to do the date. And on meeting, you can do a lot of stuff. You can do a lot of activities with the group, with the members of the group, such as eating, drinking. Koreans famous with their alcohol culture, drinking culture. Yeah, eating, drinking, and also playing games. And in fact, Koreans have a lot of games. When it comes to games, I would say that they have so much games, so many games. And I would say meeting is usually held in a karaoke place where you can have like singing together, eating, drinking as well. Aside from you might get a partner there, you can also meet a bunch of friends. You can make friends with a lot of new people in meeting, and that is a plus point. The third one is called matson. Matson So Matson is actually, I'd say it's a blind date as well, but this type of dating might be suitable for you, for people who are tired already with being in a relationship, in a playful relationship. You don't want to be in a relationship anymore and you just want to go straight to a marriage level. And yeah, that is Matson, where you have a date setting up by matchmakers. We call matchmakers. It can be friends, relatives, and on a date you can just say to the person you're dating with your reason you want to date is actually not to be in a relationship, but actually you want to get married, to go straight to marriage level. And that is Matson. And at this point, I would like to talk about the couples item that is quite famous in Korea. I would say, like most of the couple, they're just wearing the same stuff, wearing the same thing, wearing the similar things, such as like hats, bags, clothes, and so on. And one of the famous couple item there is ring. Yes, the couple's ring. And ring symbolizes their relationship and also to show people that they are romantically together. And also, usually the Korean couples have their rings, they have their match ring when they hit 100 together. After they dated for 100 days, they might have their couple ring. And still talking about the couples item, as I've mentioned, Korean couples likely to have their things in match with their partner, such as hats, bags, rings, clothes, same outfits, shoes, keychains, phone cases, and so on. And Korean couples using or wearing couples item to make their relationship more obvious, and it can potentially block other people to approach their boyfriends and girlfriends. So that's the reason why Korean couples using the couples item. And now I would like to talk about the celebration days that the Korean couples celebrate together. So in fact, in Korea, they have these small holidays for couples to celebrate, such as White Day, Pepero Day. If you have ever heard of Pepero is actually one of the snacks that is famous in Korea. And the next one is Valentine's Day and Christmas Day. And also additionally, the 14th of every month, they have the small holidays, and also with the specific theme they can celebrate. So it's cute and unique. The next thing I would like to explain is about the main star of the show. The wedding! Yay! The wedding part. Yes, this is the main part of the show. We're gonna be talking about the wedding stuff here, and as you guys know, couples before the wedding, they do the proposals, and well, I guess it's just preference. Some of them did, some of them not, but I'm gonna be talking about the proposal culture in Korea and generally. And to my surprise, actually, in Korea, romantic proposal does not really happen there, as you guys might have seen a lot in Korean dramas. Your romantic proposal really happen, like the man in one knee showing the ring, like, will you marry me? That does not really happen in Korea. In fact, if a man wants to propose the woman, usually the man tells the woman that he wanted to propose her beforehand. Hence, the woman is not gonna be surprised as much. After both parties agreed to go on to the next level of relationship, which is the marriage level, the two families are expected to meet each other first, and usually before that happens, either the man or the woman are being introduced already to the significant other family or parents. So therefore, if you are already being introduced to your partner's family or parents, that means your significant other or your soon-to-be husband or wife is planning to have you permanently. And the next step to continue the wedding process is to discuss and arrange various of things, such as the wedding date of the wedding, book the wedding venue, the format of the wedding day, wedding dresses, food, how many guests you want, and so on. And before the wedding occurs, the groom usually brings some gifts for the bride with the help of his friends and his family as well. And also, this tradition is called ham. Ham or ham, I'm not sure. I am sorry if I am pronouncing this incorrectly, but I hope it's right. Yes, this tradition is called that one. And the content of the gift is usually like money, cash money, and jewelries. Could be clothes, shoes, and so on. And I'm gonna move on to the next part where I'm gonna talk about the wedding dresses that Koreans use on their wedding ceremony. And the traditional dress that Koreans use is called hanbok. I believe that you guys familiar with this. It's called hanbok. And on the ceremony, the groom may wear hanbok or a suit. The bride will wear a pink or purple hanbok, while the groom's mother wears a blue hanbok. And the females and the bride's family may use hanbok, but they tend to use the modern dress. And in fact, during the ceremony, in this era, the brides prefer to use the modern gown as well. And usually, the Korean wedding ceremony takes no longer than a half hour. So the Korean wedding ceremony begins with the bride and the groom's mother, and both of them light the candles on the stage and take seats in the first row. After the bride and the groom's mother take the seat, the bride and the groom walk together on the aisle to the place where the priest or the master of ceremony expects them. After that, they both will exchange vows, and then the ceremony is finished. Usually, at the end of the wedding ceremony, light wedding music may be played. After the ceremony ends, the reception may begins, and usually the Korean wedding reception is short and sweet, and meals are served after the ceremony. And some of the Korean weddings there, they have like the waitress or waitresses serve the drinks and snacks for guests. While we enjoy our snacks, our meals, and drinks, we can also enjoy the performance. It could be sing or dance performance by the couple's friends or relatives. And yeah, we could just enjoy them perform while we enjoy our meal. And the newlyweds usually greet the guests table by table while we're enjoying our meals, and then we can greet them. Either the guests greet the newlyweds, or the newlyweds can, greet table by table. And after that, the guests may leave if they want. And the next tradition that the Koreans have is called the Piebak ceremony. And the Piebak ceremony is the ceremony only for families, like close families, relatives. It is an intimate Korean wedding ritual to combine the families are united. And another thing that I want you to pay attention is when you attend a Korean wedding, you ought to bring some money in an envelope as a gift. And giving the money as a gift is a standard protocol there for attending Korean wedding. The amount of money that you can give depends upon your relationship toward the couple, your age, and could be your social status as well. And I'm gonna move on to the next part. I'm gonna be talking about the dress and outfit that you can wear when you attend a Korean wedding. The basic rule that you have to know is you cannot wear clothes or outfit that can compete with the bride, because you cannot be the center of attention. That's why you should not wear any clothes that stands out the most instead of the newlyweds. That is why the darker and calm shade is recommended. For female guests, you can wear navy or beige color, and while the male guests can wear black suit and black trousers. That's it. And at this point, I am gonna be talking the dating culture in my country, that is Indonesia. I would say, as an Indonesian, family and parents play a big role on partner selection, on selecting partners for their daughters or son. On top of that, Indonesians prioritize the importance of families and partners' permission first before you decide to date your partner. Moreover, in Indonesia, it is important to notice your partner's religion, because families are likely to expect their daughters or sons' partner comes from the same religion. In Indonesia, there's not a lot of types of dating for Indonesian couples to date beforehand, and based on the research, matchmakers also involved in the dating process of a couple. However, the matchmaker now is not that common anymore. So yeah, I think using the matchmakers type is the old-fashioned way for Indonesian couple to use. And same as Korea, matchmaker option is used only for people who want to get married soon or who want to get married in a short time. Besides matchmakers that I have mentioned, Indonesians also use dating app to get themselves a partner, to get themselves boyfriend or girlfriend. However, dating apps in Indonesia is not that famous, but there are some people that still utilize the dating app just for them to get a friend, meet new people, and just want to build relationship with other people from outside country as well. Generally, the common ways of Indonesian to starting off their relationship is through the matchmakers that I've mentioned. Could be with their friends, families, relatives, and also oftenly bump into strangers and meet in unexpected ways, coincidences. And so yeah, when it comes to dating, Indonesians don't really have like specific types of dating that people can use. And the next part is gonna be about the dating, the typical dating life of Indonesian couples. So Indonesian couples tend to spend their time together a lot, especially at Saturday night. And usually the boyfriend will come to the girlfriend's house to ask the girls out for just maybe watching movie or hunting the street food. But there are also some Indonesian couple that prefer to stay at home rather than going out. Maybe just watching the movie from the TV and chill and hang out. Unlike in Korea, the couple item in Indonesia is quite rare for Indonesian couples to wear in public. It is because sometimes the boyfriend feel embarrassed when they have to wear matching things with their couples in public. They're afraid of people staring at them, like it's kind of weird for them to wear cute things in public. So yeah, but again, it is up to the couples whether they want to use or wear the couple item or not. And again, if you want to do it with your couple, just go ahead, go for it. Don't listen to other people say. That's the thing. Furthermore, different from the dating culture in Korea, Indonesia only has like few anniversary days for couples to celebrate together, and that is the each month or annually. And in addition, Indonesian couples also celebrate Valentine's and also spending time together when it's Christmas Day or like special days, but not that many. And move on to the next part. It's about the wedding culture in Indonesia, and start off with the proposal. So typically, if the man wants to propose to the woman, they could just ask their woman if she willing to marry the man in privately. And however, again, it depends on the couples whether they want to have like a big luxurious and fancy proposal on a venue. It's up to them, it's up to you. Usually after the woman agreed to marry the man can instantly arrange the date to visit the woman's house in order to ask the woman's family permission to ask for her hand in marriage formally. And after that, the engagement process can happen where the groom's family brings a lot of gifts to the bride, and same as Korea as well, where the grooms brings a lot of gifts. That is called ham for Korea, and Indonesia it's called seserahan. And the content of the gift can be jewelries, clothes, shoes, high heels, and the praying dress for Muslims. And the engagement process itself filled with exchanging rings, the engagement rings, and telling the background story of the bride and the grooms, eating and taking photos. The engagement process in Indonesia more or less like that.
So in this part, I'm gonna talk about the wedding ceremony in Indonesia. And since Indonesia is one of the largest archipelagic country in the world, there are various ethnic and cultural diversity as well. And if I can mention all, I would love to, but that's gonna waste a lot of time, and I'm trying to keep this video short and simple. So this time I only able to show you only one wedding ceremony of one ethnic, and that is from Sundanese. So the first tradition that Sundanese wedding has is called siraman, and in Sundanese culture we have a tradition where the groom and the bride are being bathed by their parents and older relatives. This process is done before the wedding day, and the purpose of siraman is to clean the bride's and groom's body as well as their souls, and to prepare them for their new life as a married couple. And after siraman, Sundanese wedding culture has the akad nikah is called akad nikah and this is actually the main ceremony. And as you can see, a scarf is put over the bride's and groom's heads, depicting the union of their souls. In this process, also the time where the groom pronounces the sacred vows, led by a marriage officiant and witnessed by the guests. By the time the sacred vows declared by the groom finished, the bride and groom are officially a married couple, legitimate in the eyes of religion and state. And the next agenda is called saweran. During the saweran, the bride and groom are given some advice by the elderly on how to live as a life as a couple together. And after the traditional wedding, the couples also receive blessing from their relatives, friends, and families. While under the cover of a big umbrella, unmarried guests shower the couple with coins and flowers. Coins mean wealth, race means prosperity, candy means the sweetness of life, and the other guests would then try to catch the coins and candy. And for this picture, it's called Nincak Endok, means step on an egg. It symbolizes that the bride is still a maiden and the groom would be the one that breaks her deflower. The bride then wash her husband's foot as the symbol of devotion. For the reception, normally the newlywed couple sit on a stage to stay for the several hours to greet the invited guests. And while some of the guests greeted the newlywed, the other guests can enjoy the food that has been prepared. Since the majority of Indonesians are Muslims, usually the provided food does not contain alcohol or anything that is not halal. And on the slide, it's about the Sundanese wedding attire. As you can see, the man wears like a kind of like a suit, and it's called the prangwedana suit. And for the bride, she wears called kabaya, the dress, and the head accessory she wears called siger.
And for people who want to attend Indonesian wedding, the outfit that you can wear is actually anything. I mean, as long as it is proper to look. I mean, nice for people to look. And for girls, actually you can wear like batik, kabaya, blouse, and with like long skirt and long trousers. It actually preference. And for men, you can wear batik as well, long sleeve shirt with pants, or you can wear suit if you want to look formal. And for the gifts that you can give to the newlyweds, actually anything, but cash is recommended, and the amount of money depends on your social status, and you don't really have to give money as a gift if you don't have such amount of money. So that was my last point that I can share with you guys, and we have come to an end in this video, finally, after a long explanation that I explained. So yeah, in conclusion, regardless of the various wedding cultures in Korea, in Indonesia, I enjoyed so much learning the cultures from between two countries. And yeah, I enjoyed a lot on making this video. And yeah, I'm very sorry this video is gonna be a long one, I bet. And thank you very much for watching. I know I still like a lot of information and everything. I apologize for that, but again, thank you very much for keep watching this until the end. So I hope I can see you guys next time. See you next time. Bye.